My gosh. I'm sorry, having a laugh here with my friends from Elder Advisors. Don't go broke in a nursing home. Maybe one of your biggest fears is exactly that. But I'm telling you, the news is good, and you can get the good news at a free workshop, freeworkshop.com. All right, let's talk to my friends here. First of all, Steve Langdon is with us. He is the legal side of Elder Advisors. And also Tim Goebel rejoins us again. And he's the man who can tell you what these workshops are all about. So, Tim, I'll go to you first. A little overview of what people will learn, why it's important to attend these workshops.
Well, we'll tell you how you can protect your assets so you won't go broke in a nursing home. And we'll use financial and legal strategies to do that.
All right. Now, we were talking very highly of you when you were not here.
What?
Steve?
Me?
Very highly of you because
wow.
Don't get me wrong, I think every component when it comes to moving into an assisted living or senior living facility, they're all important. But that legal side seems to be ever changing, and that's the one that most people, right over their head. They don't want to have to deal with it. There's a lot of moving parts. So that's where you come in, right?
Yeah, it is. And there really are two functions here. I mean, you got to know the legal. But, I just drove up to Madison, Indiana this morning to meet with a family. Somebody I had helped previously, they just had some questions for me. So I went up and visited them, and what they're scared to death of is, one, the legal, but they're also scared to death of, this seems like a lot of work. If my husband, unfortunately, has to go to a nursing home, how am I going to do all this? Well, that's the great thing about the financial side, because Elder Advisors, Tim, their group, they're going to hold their hand through that process, gathering whatever documents they need, taking them up to the point where they can turn that file over to me on the legal side of things, so we can go that last distance and get those benefits for them.
And I think what's interesting is I think some people are apprehensive, or they tend to procrastinate about thinking about this, that is certainly going to come in the future. But the news is good, but you do have to know the rules, because, sometimes it sounds like it's a trial or a legal battle, and we're going to get this and we're going to get this. But if you know the rules, then you have the upper hand, and that's what it's all about. You having the upper hand, right?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, we just work within the rules to help protect those assets so they're not going broke in the nursing home. It's no different than me going to H&R Block to get my taxes done to make sure I can save as much money as I can. I don't know what those rules are, so I go to the professional who's going to be there for me and make sure I do it the right way. That's what our customers and our clients do for us.
Okay, the expertise is obviously here, but I think what is interesting is, and I've asked you to repeat the story a million times, but it's the compassion side that you really need, because there's not only a financial component, but there's an emotional component when mom or dad need to move into an assisted living facility. So you went through this and you found out about the frustration. You were a very successful attorney, but you weren't thinking about this side of it until it happened to you.
Right. And I was a litigator. I was in court. The stuff that you see on TV. That's what I was doing. Depositions, hearings, all those things, trials. But when it happens to you, and I was educated, right? But I wasn't educated in that form of the law. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And
it was your brother, right?
It was my brother, and with his cancer diagnosis and then paralyzed from the waist down and looking at nursing home care in his 50s, I didn't know what to do. I Googled it. I talked to the Medicaid office. I went to nursing homes, talked to business office managers. They all told me Tom had to spend down to less than $2,000. And I don't think they were intentionally misleading me, but frankly, they were wrong. I could have saved my brother's house, the contents of his house. I could have saved a large portion of the savings that he had over that lifetime. Instead, he lost it all. And I don't want anybody else making that mistake.
And you know how to maneuver to ensure it doesn't happen to someone else.
I spent a year working on this to make sure I understood what the rules were and how to get the job done.
That has to make it rewarding for you, Steve.
Out of a horrible situation, I am very, very blessed.
There we go.
I get to do a job that I sincerely love and work with people that, when you get done with it, they're almost like family to you. They really are.
Okay, at freeworkshop.com, we encourage you to go there because it is absolutely free. Tim, what are some of the questions and challenges that you hear clients have, or when they attend these workshops, what are the most common questions? Maybe when someone raises their hand and go, I have one, what do you hear a lot?
I have no idea where to find some of these documents. I have no idea where my birth certificate is, our marriage license. And we help people track those documents down. There's sources on the internet where we can get a duplicate of that document sent. It might take 2 weeks or so, but we can get it.
Yeah, but time is of the essence, because for you and I, if you're watching the show now, it may take us 2 months, 3 months. In that amount of time, you can go through a lot of cash.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're spending $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month, say you're spending $7,000 a month, but it takes 3 months to get this done, you've blown through $21,000. Our goal is when we hit the ground running. Okay. Elder Advisors is going to, if it takes going to the house, sitting down at the kitchen table, gathering these, if you ask me right now where my marriage license is, I was married, I know I was there and I wear this ring, I don't know where my marriage license is. That's the stuff where they come through and they make all the difference in the world.
And let's go ahead, we can tell you now, okay, Larry Weiss, he's a handful, but he is knowledgeable, he is compassionate, he's entertaining, so this isn't your average everyday workshop, right?
That's true. You'll never know what you're going to get, but you'll get a good message. You'll find that we're serious. We are your best advocate to get you qualified for Medicaid.
Yeah, I find that when you talk about advocates and making friends, and I would think some of these clients do become friends of yours, that the best compliment you can get is when they turn you on to someone else. I've had so many people who have said, you know what, I use them, and they were what you said. They made it turnkey. I didn't have to worry about the legal side, the real estate side. To keep the bottom line, though, is this, and I want to get agreement from both of you, or maybe you can push back a little bit, but it's about keeping your money in your pocket.
Absolutely. Yeah, right. Absolutely right. Again, when I pay my taxes, I don't pay as much as I can. I take advantage of the rules to my benefit.
Sure.
I got a family at home. Need to make sure they're okay.
As you should.
It's no different in this situation. You're taking advantage of the rules as they're written to preserve as much as you possibly can. And for a married couple, we're going to save 99 to 100% of what you got.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. For a single person, we're going to save about half.
There's the reason right there. Yeah, so yeah, if you're wondering, okay, how do they get paid? You can't afford not to hire my friend here from Senior Advisors. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the workshops, if you would. Okay, so here's the information. We're going to throw it up on the screen. Tim, you invite everyone.
Yep.
And again, remind them, it is absolutely free.
It is absolutely free. It's Monday night at the Hilton Garden Inn on Crittenden Drive, 7 p.m., and Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. at the Hampton Inns in Clarksville.
That's right. Elder Advisors. I said Senior Advisors because coming up we have Nancy Galloway with Senior Advisors.
A star.
A star. And so the combination of Elder Advisors and Nancy Galloway with Senior Advisors, I'm telling you what, you can't beat it. So she'll be coming up very Senior Helpers. Is that right? I want to make sure. Okay, Senior Helpers. I apologize. But she's going to tell you what she does and how she is a part of the machine that is Elder Advisors.
You've got to have the right people around you.
Yeah, and I brag on her often too because I think she's really, to me, one of the important components is Nancy Manakee Ice. Or tell me about what she does exactly.
Well, yeah, and what she is fantastic because she used to work for the Medicaid in Denise here in Kentucky, and the knowledge that she has from behind the scenes is just invaluable. And the great thing about it is too, she has relationships with probably every facility in Kentuckyana. She knows those business office managers by their first names.
Right.
She talks to them every week. She's right there. So there's no problem, right? Because if there's any issue that might come up, these business office managers are able to reach out to Denise, and whether it's on the financial side or the legal side, we take care of it.
All right. Again, Elder Advisors and the workshops are free. And as I said, it's good information to have. And here, I think sometimes we push back, we're apprehensive, but the news is good. That's what you're going to discover.
Good news.
That's right. I think some people go in and going, oh, okay, I've been putting this off. Here it goes. I'm going to get all this bad news. No, it's good news. Put that money in your pocket. Again, don't go broke in a nursing home. All right. So coming up, you're going to meet Nancy, and she is with Senior Helper. She'll tell you how she works into the mix here with Elder Advisors. We'll be right back. It is a Feel Good Friday.